imagine for what they will do on Fortress.
And similar for the other side as well. You know, Shopify Rebellion at 2. They even beat Falcons back at SI 7-1. So they're certainly doesn't mean she hasn't got a place. And here we go.
Well, we've seen the recent changes to her as well, to Buffer, where it takes a lot longer for defenders to open that door. Solo mid manages to pick up the kill onto Ambi, but a double for Surf is going to keep the advantage for Shopify Rebellion. Rexon onto MC as well, and that's going to be Railgun following in the same direction. 4 versus 1 in the blink of an eye. We're a minute 10 in, and Shopify Rebellion have nearly got this 1-1 already. Rexon, a double on the Raura. You picked up on her, I mentioned, the buffs to the gadget, but you can't.
Otherwise, the Bandit was banned away, and the other 3 were picked up a large number of times. Still very much in the meta. Tim, I think my eyes are deceiving me. I think I'm seeing the same round again.
We're going to see a lot of intense aggression coming out of Shopify Rebellion, but it's not actually all falling in their favour. Railgun and Moon to deal with this teamwork, trying to clear Moonlight out. The flash goes in. They know exactly where he is. Ambi goes looking and manages to find, levels things up, and this is the problem. Just overstaying his welcome in Horse.
They've got to know that more nades will come their way if they don't swing onto something like this now, and sure enough, that's what you're looking for. Railgun gets one, looks for the third onto Ambi, but can't quite collect. Smokes are down. He's got a brief advantage here in which to try and make something happen. Knows that he's got a man tight on his right, and sure enough, looks for him, can't find him. Railgun makes it a 3. And all gamers take round. Keep your eye on Canadian. He's the one with the diffuser in back pockets him. So he's the one looking to get this done.
Yeah, out go the smokes, and there's going to be down goes MC as Ambi manages to find that long-range kill, just supporting his shield, making sure that he's got the space that he needs. We're going to see the smokes flying out now. It's not a good spot to be in for Railgun as Surf picks up the kill. Canadian having flashed him. Ambi manages to find Solo mid, 5 versus 2, and this is what I meant from Shopify Rebellion. It's been aggressive, yes. It's been intense, yes, but it wasn't that attempt at just running in and rushing and rolling over the top of them. Instead, it's been clean siege. It's been about putting them in lose-lose situations, picking them apart a piece.
I'd be shocked to see a Tachanka ban come out here, truthfully. That's been the one thing that we've seen them trying to crutch onto. Nope, going to be the Goyo.
Warden, and then pushed up against FURIA with the shotgun of the Deimos, pretty much as the sort of aggression that we're seeing coming in from Shopify Rebellion here. It's not going to work. It's a double to Solo mid. You can't just push into a shotgun like that. Ambi, Canadian, both down.
The back foot with a lot to do to recover this round.
I don't think the nade placement helped them. I think they were hoping for a little bit more from that. Railgun will manage to pick up Spoit as he goes in. Razor Bloom onto Rexon. It's going to leave Surf with it all to do. Manages to find 1 onto Yaz, but he's got 4 still ahead of him. Going in with the shotgun, but will be taken down by MC. And that is going to be All Gamers leveling things up 2-2 now. And everybody from the side of All Gamers is within about 20 feet of each other. So they have just been forced in and in and in. This attack has constricted around them, forced them together, and now that they are pooled inside a site, it's about picking them off one at a time. MC is the first to go. DMR goes with him. A big loss for the defenders. 5 versus 4, but look at the time, Des. 35 seconds left to go. Shopify Rebellion, they need to think about how and where Canadian is going to deliver this diffuser.
This is what I was on about, being able to get into a good spot, and he gets a free kill on a great angle there, leaving himself not exposed off towards Railgun. C4 comes on through, but it's ineffective. Doesn't finish him off, and at the same time, Rebellion find 3 into a second. Yaz going a bit big here, but Spoit steps across, gets the close. Rebellion into the lead. He could drop those down, and these walls would largely stay closed up unless nades could follow on through to clear them away. It's much slower and controlled by Rebellion so far. All gamers have got to hold on for just 75 seconds.
Yeah, second Selma goes in to try and take out that internal wall, but Yaz is going to have absolutely none of it. Takes it out. That's a big mistake. Canadian drops down, taken out by Solo mid as Wrexham was also floored by a Razor Bloom.
Nice.
Surf and Ambi one apiece, though, to keep the advantage effectively. 3 versus 3, cut down by the big LMG of Railgun on the Tachanka. And that leaves us now 3 versus 2 with Rex to try and collect it, but needs to be cautious.
And he's giving himself away by dropping down the Grim Beast. They know that he's coming from this position at the same time, so they got him on the backstab, the other 2 on the front, but Rex has been dealt with. There's Devon as 2, Macy collects 2, Railgun another. Not bad. A bit of a recovery being shown there, Tim, but I think a lot of work to do. All gamers where it was very much a breathe and just silence for 10-15 seconds. I thought inside it was also, again, quite tactical and specific, I suppose. The smoke ban coming through here, nothing he can really do about it. He'd have to run through more fire to get himself to safety, at which time could run to his death. And no! A siege timing moment! just as Canadian turns away, Moonlight gets his freebie.
And the big problem, there's now no opportunity to reinforce that wall. The breach has been done for all gamers. They're in control of the area, so they can now push through and use that for access to site if they choose to. MC, man.
Really should be losing out, I think, at the mid-range it's currently finding itself at.
Yeah, I think he's just... So long as he's not being pushed, he's happy to just remain there. Rexon manages to find Moonlight, and a beauty! We're just letting the recoil take him up to the head of Railgun. However, solo mid is in and getting the diffuser down, but Ambi is there once again when Shopify Rebellion need him. 3 versus 2.
Down on the floor, does he know? Yes, he does. Gets one, but there's a trade off the back of it. Now Yaz, 2 kills to his name across those first 6 rounds. Has got to find 2 with 15 seconds to go, and that is not a fantastic start to what could have been a pretty special clutch. Rexon, this is a great example of what I spoke about, by the way. Gets the one, has a whole 2 seconds to spin onto the ace inside of blue, who didn't step out for the trade, and that arguably has cost them here. A 5 versus 3 squandered. Rebellion back into the lead.
Yeah, and this is the difficulty that all gamers are going to have. Yaz, he's just going to move himself towards Horse Door there, look to try and put a little bit of pressure onto this top side of the Shopify Rebellion defense. It's actually Railgun, I mentioned that fight. It's him that comes away with the advantage, taking down Wrexham, but Spoit is there for the trade, something Shopify Rebellion have done pretty well so far, is keep on top of those numbers, keep on top of them, they will, in style. Surf with the Nitro over the top, finds his man, Moonlight down, 4 versus 3.
Yeah, 2 of them pushing in here as well. You're coming into more fire potential. The C4 could come their way. Chanka does fall down though. That's not the end of the world for them. In fact, it's now just really Surf and Spoit they need to force to move away, because Ambi is up towards the top side of the map. No doubt he'll work his way back around, but that would have been their golden chance. But Surf has got this one unlocked him. A great C4 earlier on towards Moonlight, and now supports his teammate. Yaz left.
Push to come onto the single door. Razor Bloom is going to do a bunch of damage as well. Things do not get any easier for him here, and Shopify Rebellion with 15 seconds left to go, they're not going to get too aggressive here. They know he doesn't have the diffuser. There's nothing that Yaz can realistically do, so they're just going to hold and bide their time. Round will tick away. Spoit finds the final kill, and Shopify screen comes out, trying to get themselves down and established at the bottom of those stairs. Surf, he's going to continue to just hold his position here. Will be picked up by the Grimbees, will be picked up by the kill. Solo mid manages to find him. 5 versus 4 now as all gamers start the push forward, and there they just have that snake scan coming in as well to give them that extra little bit of intel, that extra little bit of impetus to push them forwards.
Yeah, Moonlight's on the alert there. If he can distract them from behind here, and sure enough, that scan will have done a little bit of that job for them. This is when they can try and look for a plant to go down. Got to be so careful, though. Canadian is ready and waiting. Lets his man go by, though. In he steps, solo mid, in towards, trying to push on towards him, and that's a freebie. You've got to ask, why didn't he step up a little bit sooner? But here comes Canadian, off towards the left, knows where his man is, and it's going to be a free kill for him. Yaz once again, left in a 1vx, the 3rd time in a row that he's been in that spot, Tim. It's new Chinese tech.
Maybe he wanted like a funny sized hole. I don't know.
I mean, it has done. It's got that little weird like head hole above it. I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional, but we'll take it anyway. So. Ambi's going to start things out. Down goes Solo. They've just absolutely crumbled already, Tim. Looks like it's going to end in flawless fashion for Rebellion. Quite literally, a 7-3 win with very little bother against all gamers.
Yeah, great hold.
Well, we're back. Hopefully not muted this time. I'm here with Troy, who, as we've talked about before, you've got more international experience than anybody here at the Major. You go into a game like today against a team you've never played against before, against a region you've never played against before. How do you prepare for a matchup like this?
Well, we did play against the region in Phase 1, but just watching the games, honestly. I think part of it was part of it was just watching the games, getting a read on how they play. We kind of had a rough read on the region. I think there's obviously, as to be expected, I think some of the things strategically are a little underdeveloped there. So it's like kind of like an older style of play almost. And just basically, like, we obviously saw that they upset FURIA, and went and checked out those replays just to confirm whether or not, like, you know, maybe there's something different. But it seemed like the same kind of style of play that we anticipated, and nothing too complicated, but just watch their games.
Great. Well, clearly you guys are feeling good again. Ambi's back on the horse. We're seeing the whole team playing great. Shopify Rebellion moving on here in the Swiss.